Hey friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Yoshida and this is Norris Cove. Today we're doing our week-to-week or weekly check-in, paycheck to paycheck, however you want to call it. For me, it's a weekly check-in. So if you're new here, I'm a self-employed hairstylist, sometimes makeup artist, sometimes nail technician, all of those good things. Oh, also I own an Etsy shop and a Poshmark boutique. So I'm pretty much self-employed, clear across the board. So if you'd like to see how much I made this week, what bills got paid, and how much my tips came up to be, if I'm going to be able to stuff cash envelopes this week. You guys, this week was pretty rough for me. I basically had to clean out all of my savings that I've been saving thus far. Sinking funds, everything. So I'm a little sad about it, but we're going to get into that in the video. So if you want to see what's going on this week in my budget, stay tuned. Okay, you guys. We are doing our weekly check-in. I decided to just check in my Erin Condren Petite planner. I forgot about self-care. That's the only thing I think I didn't touch was my self-care. You guys, so while I'm whipping this out, let me explain to you what happened. So, my daughter, as you all know, Miss Destiny, she's in college in Atlanta. She attends the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. She broke her phone, so had to get a new phone. She's replaced her phone 2 times already, so she basically had to buy a new one. So that just depleted my buffer, my savings, some of my sinking funds, and then she had to get a ride to the mall to get to the store. Y'all, it's gone. So I told her she will be paying me back. So I'm going to get it back, but I'm just basically starting from scratch because she is a teenager. So if I get it back, it's a blessing. If I don't, you know. Okay. So let's see what got paid this week, you guys, because it was a week. So, we have my handy dandy. I'm a little more organized, you guys. I still didn't get this room organized, but I'm more organized. So I have my cheat sheet of my payments, so I don't have to be doing no adding and subtracting for you guys. So this week I made $1,235. I had down $1,000. So this week it was $1,235. Also, I forgot I got Etsy down here is $25, and it was $12.61, I believe. So we were up by $235. This was negative, like 13. I'm just going to round that off. So that was what I made this week. Let's see what needed to be paid this week, or what got paid this week. So this week we paid a car note, so that's already marked off. We paid loan number 1. I went ahead and paid hubby this week for loan number 1. Loan number 2 got paid. I had to pay the sale bill. I was going to try to push it off, you guys. So I was going to pay that. And actually, I paid $197, but I've already paid a portion a couple of weeks ago. So I've basically given them about $425 for this month. And then I have a bill due now. Plus, we got Little Destiny, another phone. That was another $100. Capital One. Capital One didn't get anything because Capital One is paid up. Capital One also gave me an increase. So I'm just going to mark them off. And what else? TubeBuddy came out today. We did Aflac last week. So, and Wayfair actually isn't due until the 2nd of December. But I may just give them something. If I do, I'll put it back. And the last thing that's normally on my bills is my car insurance. And let's look and see what we have coming towards next week. But that's pretty much what I paid this week. So I paid sale bill, loan number 1. I paid a car note, loan number 2. I have the gym down here, but the gym came out like a week or 2 ago. and then Citibank. Oh, I paid Citibank. Their money came out on the 18th. So let's go and make sure I got them down. And I gave them 50. So that's crossed out. So that's what I paid this week. Now, so I made $1,235 this week. My tips added up to $145. Let's pull that out. And here's my tips envelope. So I have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 120, 140, 145. Okay. And then my self-care, I did not touch to my knowledge. Let me check it out, see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. I did not touch self-care. I did not, you all, it wasn't about me this week. And actually, I did by myself, after I spent that money on my daughter, I was like, I've been needing a coat. I bought myself a coat and a sweater because, you know, I just had to do something for myself. So this is all I have in savings this week. This is all I can put in here this week, you guys. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to mix, I'm going to set that there. And this is what's left of sinking funds. I took 60 out of the sinking funds. That's pretty much what was in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So since we're starting over, I'm just going to put this money, I got to delegate it somewhere, and probably all of it to go back into sinking funds. I've just been holding on to my sinking funds, and that's probably bad. I could never make it to that bank, and believe it or not, the bank is across the street from a job. You would think I'd be able to make it, but it's like in a shopping center, and there's people like always hanging out in front of the bank, so I just dread kind of going over there. So this is what we're working with this week. I'm just going to line my money up so that it's organized. All this is tips though. So I was debating whether to delegate this money to any cash envelope stuffing or just kind of try to catch my savings back up. So because I was really enjoying having that savings, and let me tell you what happened with the savings. So I don't know if you all remember, but I told you I have a savings account. I have 2 checking accounts at Navy Federal. I have a savings account at Navy Federal. And I put my savings in my Navy Federal account, and I closed it so I couldn't see how much it was. That worked for me. But in the back of my mind, I knew how much I had, okay? Now, the only down part to that is that if something comes through, they'll take it out of my savings. So that's why I try to have that buffer there. Well, I went through the buffer trying to help my daughter, and then something must have come through and it took 10 from my savings. So that was fine, but I took the rest of the 190 and sent to her so that she could get this phone, plus she had the 100, and so on and so forth. So here we are. So I basically had 145 from savings. From my tips. I want to just put that back into my savings. So whatever's left is what we're just going to delegate everything else to sinking funds this week, because I still need to get my sinking funds up. I'm not putting nothing towards Vegas, nothing towards planning a better me. Well, then I might do that. Let me see. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, hold on, 100, 20, 30, 40, 45. I'm going to take 5, put it over here, 140 is going to my savings. And I went to the bank today to make a deposit of my regular money because there were some things I need to get for my business. So I made a deposit and to send my daughter some more money. And so I'm just going to put this back in savings. I'll probably deposit it tomorrow or Monday. So this is what all we have left that we're working with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, and 35. So let's delegate this. So we have 3 stacks of 10 and then a 5. Okay, you guys, so it's the weirdest thing. I can't find my little money bag that I keep my cash envelopes in. I be hiding stuff from myself. Woo, it has been a week, okay? It's been a week. I was debating whether to even do this video, but here we are. So, this is what we're going to do. Yeah. I'm just so, like, tripped out. Anywho, we have 3 sets of 10. We're going to put 25 into our sinking funds, and that's a little bit of everything. So once I find my other cash envelopes, I'll put them in there or disperse them, but it still needs to go into that. My sinking funds are to go to my Capital One account. So it just hadn't been making it. And that's another thing. I don't like to carry this because I'll just dip and it's like, oh, I got some cash. So I'll dip. So this week will go to Capital One. And then we'll just put the 10 extra in self-care. We got to build this self-care up. So I kind of took from my self-care this week in a way because I bought myself stuff. So that's fine. So these are the only envelopes that we're pretty much doing this week. Also, I would have had some for gas, but you guys, I didn't know if I was going to make it home. So I already got gas, so 40. I spent $38.17 on gas. I do have a gas envelope, and I just didn't put anything on the side this week. And I was supposed to do that last week, but I knew that I would take me to right about today, which is Saturday. But I had to go into the city, so that's the only reason my gas kind of just made it to when it did. So, and what I mean by going to the city, I live in Maryland. DC is 5-10 minutes away from me. So I had to go deep into the city. The border is 5-10 minutes away from me. So I had to go deep into the city. So that is why I went ahead and got gas today. So this is it for this week. Not much, but I'm still thankful that I was able to save the $145 in tips. You know, it's just, those tips really add up if you just put it aside. So if you're self-employed, if you're a makeup artist, waitress, barber, hairstylist, nail technician, and you get paid tips or whatever that you do, just each time you get tips, get your envelope that says tips and just stuff in there right off the break. Put it in there. That's what I do. Normally when someone pays me, I put it right here in my tip envelope. And at the end of the day, I'll straighten it out if I need to make change. If I don't get around to doing it right away, that's where this comes in handy. And I just look at it and be like, okay, I made $35 in tips today. I need to go ahead and put that $35 in here before I get to spending. And then I generally don't touch my tips until Saturday. So that is it, you guys. That's it. That's all I have for you today. So I got to rebuild my savings. My daughter's coming home for Thanksgiving. She's going to work. And then it'll be time for her to come back about a week or so for Christmas winter break. So she'll have a month or so to work. So I will get my money back. I'll keep you guys posted. So this week I do have something to kind of replenish my savings. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope there was something that you could grab from this today. Don't carry your sinking funds. And my lesson is, I don't know. You don't want to see your children without, and being that she's so far away, she needs a cell phone. So it was just what I had to do. All right. Thank you all. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.